7 supplements doctors say seniors actually need after 50 for millions of adults across the United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, and Europe. Something begins to change quietly once they cross the age of 50. They eat well, they stay active, they walk in the mornings, they try to sleep on time. Yet something inside their body slows down. Their energy dips, their joints stiffen, their muscles weaken. Their digestion becomes unpredictable. Their memory feels foggier than before. And despite doing everything right, they no longer feel like the healthy version of themselves. Many blame aging. Many think it's normal. But doctors say something entirely different. The truth is that after 50, the body begins losing essential nutrients at a speed that shocks even medical researchers. Hormone levels shift, muscle fibers break down faster, bones lose density quietly, nerves slow, blood flow weakens, and inflammation rises. Most seniors don't feel this happening, but they feel the consequences. And what makes this more alarming is that food alone can no longer supply what the body loses daily. This is why doctors around the world have begun urging adults over 50 to focus on one thing they didn't. To prioritize in their younger years the right supplements, not the trendy ones, not the flashy ones, not the celebrity-endorsed powders, but the 7 supplements your body actually begins to need for survival: strength, immunity, energy, memory, and aging protection. A 62-year-old woman named Janet from Minnesota learned this the hard way. She walked 3 miles a day. She ate salads, she avoided sugar, yet she felt tired all the time. Her bones ached, her hair weakened. Her mind felt slower, fuzzier. When she finally got checked, her doctor discovered she had several deficiencies that had been quietly draining her health for years. Once she began taking the correct supplements, not only did her energy return, she felt 10 years younger within weeks. The same thing happened to Daniel, a 58-year-old retired engineer from London. He believed he was healthy because he exercised and ate whole foods. But he didn't realize that after 50, the body loses the ability to absorb certain nutrients from food. His joints began hurting, his muscles weakened, and his sleep deteriorated. He blamed age. But once his physician explained the science behind age-related nutrient loss, his entire approach to health changed. Within months of taking the right supplements consistently, his strength, balance, memory, and energy began returning. This video isn't about promoting trends or selling gimmicks. It's about uncovering the truth that doctors already know. After 50, your body's nutrient needs change dramatically. And unless you support your body with the correct supplements, you will feel the consequences in ways that look like aging, but are actually deficiencies. Here's what most seniors don't know. After 50, your stomach acid becomes weaker, which means even a perfect diet cannot extract key nutrients properly. Your bones begin losing calcium at a faster rate than ever before. Your muscle cells stop absorbing vitamin D efficiently. Your nerve cells begin aging due to lack of B vitamins. Your arteries stiffen without omega support. Your immune system weakens without the right antioxidants. Your mitochondria, the engines of your cells, begin slowing down dramatically. This is why doctors no longer ask seniors, "What supplements are you taking?" They ask, "Why aren't you taking the right ones?" Because the 7 supplements in this video are the ones medical researchers consistently identify as critical for every adult over 50, regardless of diet, lifestyle, or genetics. These 7 supplements become the body's survival tools, supporting bones, heart, brain, nerves, muscles, immunity, and energy in ways food alone cannot match. And here's the surprising part. Most seniors are taking supplements, just not the ones they actually need. They take multivitamins with doses too low to matter. They take trendy capsules that sound impressive but do nothing. They take supplements meant for people in their 20s, not people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. This is why so many adults over 50 feel frustrated, tired, or stuck. They don't need more supplements. They need the correct ones. A senior doctor in Toronto explained it perfectly. After 50, supplements are no longer optional. They are the difference between aging slowly or aging rapidly. In this video, you will discover the 7 supplements doctors consistently recommend for adults over 50. You'll understand why the body needs them, the science behind their effects, and how each one impacts energy, bone strength, memory, metabolism, immunity, joint comfort, heart health, and longevity. By the end of this series, you will know exactly which supplements matter and which ones are a waste of time and money. This isn't about living longer. It's about living stronger. Most adults believe aging begins with wrinkles, slower movement, or aching joints. But doctors know aging truly begins at a much deeper level, at the cellular, hormonal, and metabolic layers of the body. Long before a senior feels tired, long before bones weaken, long before memory slips, nutrient loss has already been silently reshaping the body. The real problem is not that seniors fail to eat well. The real problem is that the body, after 50, simply cannot absorb, deliver, or use nutrients the way it once did. This is the hidden crisis of aging. Your body starts losing the nutrients it depends on, even if you think your diet is perfect. A 61-year-old nurse named Helen from Chicago experienced this disconnect firsthand. She cooked healthy meals, avoided sugar, and exercised regularly. Yet she began feeling exhausted halfway through the day. Her hair became thinner. Her bones felt fragile. Her mood dropped for no clear reason. She assumed she needed more sleep or less stress. But her blood work told a different story. Several essential nutrients had fallen to dangerously low levels. Her doctor explained something she had never considered. At your age, deficiency happens even with a perfect diet. Your body simply isn't absorbing like it used to. And he was right. Because after 50, a series of biological changes happen inside the digestive system. First, the stomach acid weakens dramatically. Stomach acid is the spark that unlocks nutrients from food. Without it, minerals like magnesium, calcium, and iron remain trapped. Vitamins like B12 cannot absorb. Proteins break down poorly. Seniors over 50 can eat the same nutrient-rich meals they enjoyed in their 30s. But their bodies capture only a fraction of the nutrients. A 58-year-old man named Richard from Sydney thought he was eating enough protein. Yet he kept losing muscle mass and feeling weaker. His doctor showed him that low stomach acid prevented proper digestion and absorption. Once he began supplementing, his strength slowly returned, and his energy lifted for the first time in years, but digestion is only the beginning. The second major problem is hormonal decline. Hormones control how the body uses nutrients, how it builds bones, repairs muscles, sends signals through the nervous system, and maintains memory and mood. By 50, estrogen, testosterone, growth hormone, and even thyroid hormones begin dropping. These hormones are like workers in a factory. When their numbers shrink, the factory slows down. Even if you provide the raw materials, nutrients, the body cannot build or repair efficiently. This is why many seniors say things like, "I'm eating healthy, but my bones still feel weak. I take walks, but my muscles don't grow anymore. I sleep well, but I still feel tired." Their bodies don't lack effort. They lack the nutrients and hormones needed to turn effort into results. The third problem is reduced blood flow. Healthy circulation is the delivery system for nutrients. But after 50, blood vessels stiffen. Nitric oxide levels drop. Arterial flexibility weakens. This reduces the body's ability to transport vitamins, minerals, and oxygen efficiently. The result? Nutrients never reach the cells where they're needed most, the brain. Heart, muscles, bones, and nerves. This is why seniors often feel cold hands and feet, slow wound healing, tingling sensations, or brain fog. These aren't signs of getting older. These are signs of nutrient starvation at the cellular level. A 64-year-old woman named Marlene from France shared that she felt like her brain was wrapped in cotton. She couldn't remember small things, and her thinking felt slow. But when doctors checked her, they found one key deficiency: B vitamins. Once she began supplementing, her mental clarity returned, and she felt like someone had turned the lights back on. The fourth major issue is the decline of muscle tissue. After 50, adults naturally lose 1 to 2% of their muscle mass every year, a condition called sarcopenia. Muscles are not just for strength. They are metabolic engines. They regulate blood sugar, burn calories, store nutrients, and support posture and balance. As muscles shrink, the body's ability to use nutrients efficiently declines. This increases fatigue, slows metabolism, and accelerates weight gain even if a senior eats very little. A 70-year-old retired firefighter named Samuel noticed he could no longer open jars or climb stairs without feeling winded. His doctor explained that his muscles weren't receiving enough amino acids and vitamin D2 nutrients critical for muscle function. Once he corrected these deficiencies, Samuel said he felt like someone gave me new legs. The fifth hidden problem is inflammation. Inflammation increases with age due to stress, poor sleep, pollution, sugar, and natural cellular wear. But what doctors fear most is chronic inflammation, the kind that lingers silently and damages tissues over years. Chronic inflammation destroys nutrient levels rapidly. It blocks vitamin absorption. It weakens bones. It deteriorates nerves. It accelerates aging. This invisible inflammation is why seniors often experience multiple symptoms at once: joint pain, brain fog, low energy, slow digestion, and weak immunity. Inflammation steals nutrients faster than the body can replace them. Unless supplements are used strategically, a senior specialist once said, after 50, inflammation becomes the thief that steals your nutrients. Supplements are the police that take them back. The sixth problem is declining immunity. Your immune system protects you from viruses, disease, and cellular damage. But after 50, immune cells become weaker and slower. They require vitamins like D, C, and zinc to keep functioning. When these are low, which is extremely common, seniors become more vulnerable to infections, slower recovery, fatigue, and long-term inflammation. A weakened immune system uses nutrients faster than the body can replenish them. Finally, the seventh major issue is oxidative stress. This is the aging process at the microscopic level, the buildup of free radicals that damage cells, DNA, arteries, and tissues. When antioxidant levels fall, oxidative stress accelerates aging dramatically. It makes wrinkles deeper, organs weaker, joints stiffer, and the brain slower. Without supplements like omega-3 south, vitamin E, and specific antioxidants, oxidative stress overwhelms the body. A 72-year-old professor from Spain named Alberto said he felt like he aged 5 years in one. But when his doctor put him on a targeted supplement plan, the effect was almost immediate: fewer aches, clearer thinking, better sleep, and more energy. This is why doctors are now openly saying food alone is not enough after 50. It's not because food is unhealthy. It's because aging changes your ability to receive what food provides. This is the real problem. Not your diet, not your effort, not your age, but your body's inability to absorb, carry, and use nutrients the way it once did. This is why seniors suddenly feel tired. Why bones weaken. Why memory slips. Why muscles shrink. Why immunity drops. Why joints ache. Why circulation suffers. Your body is not falling apart, it is running on empty. And this is where the 7 supplements become life-changing. They are not optional. They are not luxury. They are not extra. They are the nutrients your body stops being able to produce or absorb after 50. Most seniors believe supplements are optional, something extra, something only health enthusiasts care about. But doctors see something very different in their clinics every day. They see the evidence in blood tests, bone scans, muscle density reports, heart screenings, and cognitive evaluations. They see the damage nutrient loss causes when adults cross 50. And they see how rapidly things improve when the right supplements are introduced at the right time. The truth is that supplements after 50 are not about boosting health. They are about replacing what the body has lost, nutrients that are no longer being absorbed, no longer being produced, and no longer being delivered efficiently. The body after 50 is like a machine whose vital components are slowly fading. Some parts weaken silently. Some break down gradually. Some decline without symptoms until the damage is already significant. This is why doctors urge seniors to focus on foundational supplements, the ones that restore what aging has taken away. The first and most important supplement every doctor mentions for adults over 50 is vitamin D3. To younger adults, vitamin D is simply the sunshine vitamin, but to doctors treating seniors, it is the foundation of strong bones, stable mood, sharp cognition, healthy immunity, and powerful muscles. What most people don't know is that after 50, the skin loses nearly half its ability to convert sunlight into usable vitamin D. A senior could walk outside for hours and still remain deficient. And deficiency changes everything. A woman named Carol from Manchester, age 65, struggled with chronic fatigue, poor sleep, joint pain, and constant colds. She blamed her age. But her blood test revealed severe vitamin D deficiency, so low her doctor said it would have weakened anyone, even a person in their 20s. Within 6 weeks of taking vitamin D3 consistently, her energy rose. Her mood lifted. Her joints ached less. She slept deeper. It felt, she said, like the fog around her life had finally cleared. Doctors explain that vitamin D controls more genes than any other vitamin, over 2,000 of them. It regulates bone renewal, prevents bone loss, strengthens muscle fibers, supports balance, protects heart health, reduces inflammation, improves nerve communication, and even slows cognitive decline. Yet nearly 80% of adults over 50 are deficient without knowing it. Vitamin D3 is the supplement that quietly prevents fractures, supports strength, improves immunity, and reduces long-term disease risk, but vitamin D cannot work alone. This brings us to the second supplement doctors say becomes essential after 50, magnesium. Magnesium is the engine behind more than 300 processes inside the body, but it is also the mineral most depleted by stress, aging, medications, and digestive decline. Without magnesium, vitamin D cannot activate. Muscles cannot contract smoothly. Hormones cannot regulate properly. Blood pressure rises. Sleep worsens. Nerves weaken. And inflammation grows quietly. A senior named Frank from Toronto, age 62, struggled with nighttime cramps so severe they pulled him out of sleep. His heart raced unexpectedly. His mood jumped between irritation and exhaustion. He assumed it was aging, but his doctor told him his magnesium levels were extremely low, something very common among seniors. Once he began supplementing magnesium glycinate, his cramps disappeared, his sleep deepened, and his irritability faded. His doctor explained that magnesium is the mineral modern diets rarely provide, and aging bodies rarely absorb. Without it, seniors live in a constant state of tension, physically and mentally. Magnesium becomes the silent fixer after 50. It calms the nervous system, relaxes the blood vessels, improves heart rhythm, strengthens bones, reduces inflammation, prevents cramps, stabilizes sleep, and repairs muscles. It is one of the first supplements doctors check when seniors report unexplained symptoms. But the next supplement doctors emphasize is unique because it protects both the body and the mind. It is vitamin B12, one of the most poorly absorbed nutrients after 50. As stomach acid weakens with age, the ability to absorb B12 drops dramatically. This is why doctors constantly warn seniors that fatigue, forgetfulness, depression, dizziness, numbness, and weakness are not normal aging. They are classic signs of B12 deficiency. A retired teacher named Eleanor from Boston began forgetting names, misplacing items, losing energy, and feeling constant tingling in her feet. Her family feared early dementia, but her doctor discovered severe B12 depletion, a deficiency that mimicked Alzheimer's symptoms. After supplementing B12 in methylcobalamin form, her memory sharpened, her energy returned, and the tingling faded. Her doctor said that many seniors are misdiagnosed with cognitive decline when what they truly have is simple B12 deficiency. B12 is essential for nerve health, red blood cell formation, brain function, mood stability, and energy production. Without it, the brain starves, the nerves malfunction, muscles weaken, and the entire body slows. Supplementing B12 becomes non-negotiable for seniors, because food alone can no longer supply it. Effectively. The fourth supplement doctors emphasize, and one of the most protective after 50, is omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 South are the natural oils that protect the heart, reduce inflammation, soften arteries, improve brain function, and strengthen joints. But modern diets rarely provide enough, and aging bodies lose their ability to convert plant-based omega precursors into usable DHA and EPA. A 68-year-old fisherman named Bernard from Wales lived most of his life believing he ate well enough without supplements. But when he began experiencing knee stiffness, brain fog, and rising blood pressure, his doctor urged him to take omega-3 regularly. Within 3 months, his joint stiffness eased, his memory improved, and his cardiovascular markers stabilized. His doctor explained that omega-3 South are like lubrication for the body. When they are low, everything feels older, stiffer, slower. Omega-3 deficiency accelerates aging more than most seniors realize. It raises inflammation, makes arteries rigid, weakens memory, increases joint pain, and slows recovery. Supplementing omega-3 restores the smooth flow of nutrients through the body, but perhaps the most overlooked supplement one doctors repeatedly bring up is calcium combined with vitamin K2. Calcium alone does not protect bones. In fact, without K2, calcium can harden arteries instead of strengthening bones. After 50, calcium absorption drops steeply and bone density loss accelerates. Women in particular face rapid bone decline after menopause. But the pairing of calcium and K2 directs minerals into bones and away from arteries, strengthening the skeleton while protecting the heart. A 70-year-old woman named Sophia from Greece experienced frequent back pain and shrinking posture. She thought it was normal aging until a scan revealed early osteoporosis. Her doctor placed her on calcium plus vitamin K2 and explained that the two work together like a delivery system. Calcium is the building block, and K2 is the guide that tells it where to go. After supplementing consistently and incorporating strength exercises, her bone density scans improved, and her posture stabilized. This is the hidden truth that most seniors never hear. The right supplements do not add something extra. They replace something missing. Vitamin D replaces lost sunlight conversion. Magnesium replaces minerals lost through stress and aging. B12 replaces what weak digestion can no longer absorb. Omega-3 replaces essential fats the body cannot produce. Calcium plus K2 replace the minerals bones can no longer retain effectively. Doctors do not recommend these because they are trendy. They recommend them because they restore normal body function, they rebuild what time is weakened, they protect what aging tries to steal. They keep seniors strong, mobile, sharp, and independent. And yet, these are only the beginning. In the next parts, the final supplements will reveal how the body can age slower, stay stronger, and avoid the decline so many seniors assume is inevitable. By the time adults reach 50, the body has already shifted into a new biological phase, one where nutrient loss accelerates and cellular repair slows. Doctors understand something that most seniors never hear clearly: aging is not the enemy. Deficiency is. And the 7 supplements recommended for adults over 50 are not chosen randomly. They are chosen because each one restores a crucial system that aging quietly dismantles. In the previous part, we explored the foundational supplements: vitamin D3, magnesium, B12, omega-3, and calcium with K2. These form the backbone of senior health. But 2 more supplements complete the system, and they are often the missing link between feeling okay and feeling strong again. The 6th supplement doctors consistently recommend is CoQ10, a compound so vital to cellular energy that doctors call it fuel for the heart. CoQ10 exists naturally in every cell, especially in the heart, brain, and muscles. But after 50, the body's CoQ10 production drops sharply, and medications like statins deplete it even further. This is why so many seniors feel exhausted, short of breath, weak, or mentally foggy even when their heart tests appear normal. Their cells are starving for energy. A 65-year-old man named Harold from Melbourne discovered this when he noticed his stamina disappearing. Walking upstairs left him breathless. He felt drained after the smallest tasks. His doctor explained that his heart was not weak. His cells lacked the COQ10 they needed to produce energy. Once he began supplementing, he felt the shift within weeks. His breathing steadied. His strength returned. His mental energy lifted. COQ10 did not give him new youth. It gave him restored cellular function. COQ10 becomes critical because it protects the mitochondria, the engines inside each cell. When mitochondria slow, aging accelerates dramatically. Energy drops. Muscles weaken. Memory fades. Joints ache. Seniors mistake this for aging, but doctors know the truth. Poor mitochondrial function is one of the earliest signs of deficiency. COQ10 is the supplement that reignites those inner engines. The seventh supplement completes the list: probiotics, the guardians of digestion, immunity, and nutrient absorption. Most seniors never realize how dramatically the gut changes after 50. The beneficial bacteria that once populated the intestines begin to decline, killed off by medications, stress, poor sleep, sugar, and time. Without these bacteria, digestion weakens. Nutrients from food are extracted poorly. Bloating becomes common. Immunity drops. Inflammation rises. Memory becomes foggy. The gut and the brain share an intimate connection, and when gut bacteria decline, the brain suffers silently. A senior named Lorraine from Vancouver, age 71, experienced constant bloating, sluggish digestion, and unpredictable energy swings. She tried changing her diet a dozen times, thinking she was reacting to certain foods. But the real problem was deeper. Her gut bacteria were severely imbalanced. Her doctor placed her on a senior-friendly probiotic, and within a month her digestion stabilized, her energy improved, and she felt mentally clearer than she had in years. Doctors emphasize probiotics because they are the key that unlocks the benefits of all other supplements. Without a healthy gut, vitamin D remains low, B12 struggles to absorb, magnesium passes through without effect, omega-3 south fail to convert, and calcium becomes less usable. The gut is the gateway, and after 50, that gateway often weakens. Probiotics strengthen it again. Together, these 7 supplements form a system, a synergy unique to senior health. Each one supports a different area, yet all work together to restore homeostasis. Vitamin D strengthens bones and immunity. Magnesium relaxes the muscles and nervous system. B12 protects nerves and boosts energy. Omega-3 lubricates the heart, brain, and joints. Calcium plus K2 rebuilds the bones safely. COQ10 regenerates cellular energy. Probiotics restore digestion and nutrient absorption. Doctors see the pattern clearly. When these 7 supplements enter a senior's routine, the decline they once feared slows dramatically. Energy rises. Strength returns. Joints move more smoothly. Memory sharpens. Sleep deepens. Immunity improves. And most importantly, seniors regain the ability to live independently, the greatest measure of quality of life, but supplements alone are not enough. What matters most is how seniors use them. Timing, consistency, and proper combinations are what turn supplements into results. Doctors often advise taking vitamin D3 earlier in the day because it aligns with the body's natural rhythm and supports wakefulness. Immunity and muscle health throughout the day. Seniors who take it randomly or inconsistently often see little improvement because the body relies on steady levels. Magnesium, on the other hand, is best taken in the evening because it relaxes the nervous system, supports sleep, reduces cramps, and calms the muscles. Seniors who struggle with restless legs, nighttime cramps, or light sleep often see dramatic improvements. Once magnesium becomes a nightly habit, B12 can be taken in the morning because it supports energy and brain function. Some seniors report feeling more alert, focused, and balanced in mood when B12 enters their routine early in the day. Omega-3 is most effective with meals, especially meals containing some fat. Seniors who take omega-3 on an empty stomach often fail to absorb it fully. But when paired with a meal, absorption improves significantly. Calcium with K2 is best spaced away from magnesium because the two compete for absorption. Seniors who take calcium at lunchtime and magnesium at night often see better bone results as well as improved sleep. CoQ10 works best earlier in the day, especially for seniors taking statins, so it can replenish the energy loss those medications cause, and probiotics work best taken consistently at the same time each day, allowing beneficial bacteria to rebuild and stabilize the digestive system. One of the most important things doctors tell seniors is this: supplements do not create miracles overnight. But with consistency, they create transformations that feel miraculous. A 64-year-old man named Terence from Ireland once felt like his body was aging faster than he could keep up with. He woke with stiff joints, dragged through afternoons, battled low mood, and felt mentally dull. When he started the 7-supplement routine under guidance, he didn't feel much in the first week. But by week 4, his energy improved. By week 6, his joints loosened. By week 8, his mind felt sharper. He said, "It felt like my body remembered how to work again." This is the quiet truth doctors want seniors to understand. Supplements don't give you something supernatural. They give you back what aging quietly stole. These 7 supplements become the pillars, the foundations of life after 50. They support the bones that carry you, the heart that sustains you, the brain that remembers you, the muscles that move you, the nerves that stabilize you, the gut that nourishes you, and the cells that power everything you do. When seniors begin using the right supplements with the right timing, their bodies stop declining and start rebuilding. Their strength returns. Their clarity returns. Their confidence returns. The fear of aging softens, replaced by the feeling that they still have decades of living left, strong, capable, independent living. This is the power of understanding what the body truly needs after 50. Not general advice, not guesswork, but precision, strategy, and a supplement system built specifically for the way the body changes with age. There comes a moment in every senior's life, usually sometime after 50, sometimes closer to 60. Sometimes not until 70, when the body begins sending signals that cannot be ignored any longer. A little more stiffness in the morning, a little more forgetfulness than usual, a little less strength when lifting everyday objects, a little less energy after a simple walk. Many adults dismiss these signs as normal aging, but doctors know they are not aging, they are warnings. Warnings that the body is no longer receiving the nutrients it once handled with ease, and this is where this journey becomes deeply important. Because the truth is simple: aging does not take away your strength, your memory, your vitality, or your independence. Deficiency does. A body without the nutrients it needs begins failing piece by piece. Joints weaken, bones thin, muscles shrink, nerves slow, memory fogs, energy collapses. But when the right nutrients return, the body remembers how to function again. For decades, seniors have been told that decline is inevitable, that slowing down is just part of life. But more and more doctors around the world are fighting this idea. They have seen seniors in their 60s, 70s, even 80s transform their health simply by restoring the nutrients that time and biology quietly stole. And this is why the 7 supplements you learned throughout this video matter more than most people realize. They are not about boosting health. They are about restoring what aging removed. When seniors begin taking vitamin D3 consistently, their bones strengthen, their immunity rises, their mood brightens, and their muscles respond again. When magnesium enters their evening routine, their nerves calm, their sleep deepens, and their cramps fade. When vitamin B12 returns to their bloodstream, their memory sharpens, their energy rises, and their nerves regain life. When omega-3 becomes part of their day, their joints feel smoother, their heart beats easier, and their mind feels clearer. When calcium and K2 work together, bones rebuild instead of crumble. When CoQ10 fuels their cells again, energy surges back into their muscles and heart. And when probiotics restore their gut, everything changes. Absorption improves, Inflammation decreases, immunity strengthens, and the entire body becomes more resilient. These supplements do not create a new body. They give your existing body the blueprint it lost. There is a story doctors often tell. A story about a 73-year-old woman named Marjorie from Northern California. She spent most of her 60s feeling tired, achy, and mentally foggy. She thought she was getting old, but when she finally met a doctor who checked her nutrient levels, the truth shocked her. She wasn't aging, she was depleted. Once she began restoring the nutrients she lacked, her transformation was so dramatic that her family said she became herself again. She didn't get younger, she simply stopped running on empty. Stories like hers are not rare. Doctors see them every day, seniors who were struggling not because of age, but because their bodies were starving for nutrients that food alone could no longer supply. And this is the message you must take with you. You are not too old. You are not slowing down. You are not losing your strength. Your body is asking for support, and when you give it the right support, it responds beautifully. These 7 supplements are not magic, but the results often feel magical because the body finally receives what it has been missing for years. When the right supplements enter the bloodstream, the lights inside the body turn back on, not all at once, but slowly, gently, consistently. Muscles regain power. Bones regain density. The heart beats more smoothly. The mind becomes sharper and clearer. Joints move more freely. Mood stabilizes. Sleep becomes deeper. And life itself becomes easier. The most important advice is simple: be consistent. Supplements do not work when taken occasionally or when taken only during moments of motivation. They work when they become part of your life, part of your morning, part of your evening, part of your commitment to yourself. Just as brushing your teeth protects you daily, these nutrients protect your body daily. And remember this: every decade after 50 becomes easier when the body receives what it needs. A strong body in your 60s becomes a powerful body in your 70s. A nourished body in your 70s becomes a stable, confident body in your 80s. Independence is not luck, it is built through small daily habits. And supplements are one of the most powerful habits seniors can adopt. As we close this video, I want to leave you with one final truth doctors share with their patients. You cannot control time, but you can control how your body responds to it. Your future strength, your future mobility, your future memory, your future independence, they all depend on the choices you make today. If this video gave you clarity, if it helped you understand your body better, if it reminded you that your health is still in your hands, then make sure to stay connected with us. Share this video with a friend or family member who is over 50 and needs this information. You might change their life more than you realize. And if you want more powerful senior health videos like this, covering circulation, memory, heart strength, arthritis, bone health, belly fat, energy loss, and foods that extend healthy life, then do 3 things right now. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave a comment below telling us which supplement you want to learn about next. Your health is your greatest gift. Your body is still capable of strength, and your future can be brighter than you think. Take your supplements. Take care of your body. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay healthy, and stay informed.